Still strapped down, exactly the way it came. It's broken. Water spigot, that is going to be somewhere in there. So, whatever's broken, this engine here, should be taken off of that engine and put over here. So, like, that's broken. This sensor's broken in there. Right there. So, yeah, see? That's broken. It's dirty, but you deal with the dirt. It's the only major thing that I see with it. That's it. I mean, it's got a couple of clips, but we're gonna chop away at it and get her swapped out. Alright. Here's the other thing I see. You can see the wobble that it has, right? Okay. It's a water pump. So, we either put it on the way it is, or we have to take yours off to put on there to get rid of that, because I don't know, say you put it on there and the belt falls, now you're doing all this work with the engine inside. Yeah, that's a lot of wobble. There she goes. Battery box out of the way. Covers off. Battery disconnected. First thing you do, disconnect the battery. No power, no ground. You can take a lot of pictures. Put all your hardware together. Ziploc bag, tag them in groups. That'll make it a lot easier when you come back to it. Alright, so keep on going. We're gonna keep it simple. Tear down most of the top, and then the big thing will be tires and wheels and axles. Then all you're gonna have is motor mounts at the end. So you go fuel lines, transmission lines, radiator lines. Everything else is a ground power or coming out of the engine. So we're gonna detach everything and go from there. Start on the front side of the engine, which would be the front side of the engine. Okay, front side of the engine bay. Okay, so this is broken. I don't know why these people, all they had to do is take off this cap, pull the water hose, but they cut this up, destroyed it. So that has to come out. And it's locked into place. This will come off. You're supposed to press it on both sides. Press both sides and it pops out with the water hose. The radiator goes running. So that needs to be replaced. Alternator needs to be replaced. They didn't give me the alternator. Okay? So the thing is the water pump. You see that? Crooked. Alright. Pulley. They are on that car, but they have to be taken out and put on there. This is broken. So they go down there, goes in there, just pops in there. It's actually in there broken. So that needs to be taken off. What else? So I'm working my way around. As of right now, that's all I see. The other sensors are all good. So we're gonna keep it short. This is the front. Here's where you have to be wary of everything, because they said I'm gonna send it with everything. So you're thinking, oh, you're just gonna grab it. You know, yeah, they give you a wire harness, but it's broken. It's broken. Okay, so it's not a plug and play deal. It's got a broken sensor as well in the back. Now we're on the battery side. It's a little dirty, but we're gonna clean it up. I'm not too worried about that. It's carbon buildup. Other than that, I mean, see, it's this is what goes in there. This is what goes in there. Somehow in the removal, they broke it. So as of right now, that's all I see. They just cut these wires, so you disconnect right here. You're gonna use what you have. That's it. So we are replacing 1, 2, 3, 4 things that have to come out for your engine to put on here. 5. Hopefully it wobbles, so when your belt runs on it, if you look at the belt line, it looks straight, so that means this somehow got bent. And this as well. You see it right there. So there you have it. The wire harness is all coming off. So I'm going because we're using that wire harness from the car itself. So that comes out without a wire harness, and then, well, it's going to come out with the wire harness. We replace everything that we need for this engine from that engine, and then we plug everything up, and then drop it. Well, transmission, all that jazz. So yeah, it's you know, you still got to disconnect all that. Everything you see here, all the lines. We're trying to salvage the AC, meaning not opening the system up. Because if we do, we're gonna have to vacuum it out, because it does build condensation immediately. So, work in progress, but here it is. Moving forward. 2017 Hyundai 2.0. Just like that, the wire harness is off. All the wires are off. Right there. That's spaghetti right there. Fun times right there. So, take it all off. You know, they put paper rags in here. I mean, that's the way we got it. We're stabbed into some wood. This is the sensor that was just, it's not broken. It's not broken at all, so. You know. We'll see how that is. I'm gonna check the one from the engine. So anywho, other than that, this part is done. We're waiting for this to come out of here, which is, again, you disconnect everything, get the engine out of here, take all the good stuff from here to put on here. We have to discuss the water pump and pulley in the back, which is this piece, this one whole piece right here. But of course, it's all there. It just needs to come off. It is already taking off, coming out, transmission's coming out. There she is out. And there she is. Just another Thursday. Alright, so everything that got changed, water pump with the pulley because it's crooked and it is bent. Okay, the water spigot is actually your thermostat. It's broken, as you can see right there. That one got changed. Tensioner, that one's crooked as hell as well. The air idle control, that one's broken. That one got changed. Swapped over, water pump swapped over. See, it's nice and straight now. Look at that. This one's nice and straight too. That one. So tensioner, water pump, the water spigot, thermostat, idle, water temperature sensor. All the hoses need to be swapped over. It also did not have the hoses. Alternator is going to get checked tomorrow. There it is with the wire harness, man. Ready to go back in. Tomorrow we connect the transmission to it. Your starter, which that motor doesn't have one. Big old hole right there. No starter. There it is. That is the new motor. NUHT-2. This is the bad motor. NUH-16. Old motor, new motor. Unbolted the tranny. You see it has a bunch of gunk in there, new stuff. Engine side looks okay, but that side does not. Keep going. So here we are taking it apart. We gotta take those out. Put a torque converter in the flywheel. It has to come off to go in there to get bolted up to that. And like that, they've been removed. Right there. All four. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is apart. No oil. Just dirt, grime. No oil. So I'm gonna say the seals are good. That oil that we see down there is probably from that when that oil filter came off on the car. So separated, trash. Made it up to that. And there it is assembled. Alternators on there. Transmissions on there. Starters on there. Ready to get put into there. Still on schedule. Alright. Engine is in.
Here's how it works.
It's already on the motor mounts. She just needs to. You have to take out the fans, plug it all back up, put the fresh oil in it, and here you have your bad engine right there, and all the parts that were swapped out from the engine bob that were broken, damaged. Right here. it is with all the fluids. Back inside, AC. We didn't have to open it up or anything, so it should be fully charged. Everything's back, fluids are full. Oil change, everything just got done to it, so we're just gonna plug up the battery and crank it over. See what she do. All right, so initial start. Let's do it, fat boy. Sounds good. Sounds good. This engine has 40-some thousand miles. The chassis itself is at 75, I believe. Sounds very good. You gotta put the wheels on, put it on some level ground, and check the oil level. It's got 4 ports in it. We just gotta make sure that it has what it requires. But it sounds very good. Turn on the AC. Everything on high. She cold? All right. The thumbs up. AC's working. So we're good to go. Yeah, so she's on. Coming up to temperature. She's almost getting there. Let it run for a little bit more. No check engine lights, no nothing, so she's good up to now. There she is. And there she is, man. She's a little dusty because she's been parked here for a little bit, but she is done. Engine swap. Definitely sounds a hell of a lot better. Healthier engine right there. Car's been on for about 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes. No leaks of any kind, no water, no oil. It sounds great. AC is ice cold. Thankfully, the method I used, we didn't have to disconnect anything, so no recharge there. Just got to put the hubcaps back on, but she's good to go. Already drove it up and down the street. Again, no check engine lights or nothing. Tomorrow we do some Sunday driving and put it back on the road.